People that want to relocate to Lake Martin sometimes make a really big mistake when they start their journey, and I'd like to tell you what that is and tell you the solution. Lake Martin is a second home community. About 80% of waterfront homeowners, it's their second home. Only 20% of waterfront people are full-timers. And so when people relocate here, and I talk to people all the time. I showed people from Arizona the other day, Texas. I got somebody coming in from South Carolina. I mean, all over the place. Hawaii, like about 8 months ago, somebody came in from Hawaii. And I think that the big mistake that they make is that they don't think about what little town that they're gonna base their life around. Now, we're in the middle of nowhere in Lake Martin, right? We're about an hour and a half to Birmingham that way, 2 hours that way to Atlanta, and about an hour that way to Montgomery, about 45 minutes that way to Auburn. So when you relocate here, the mistake I think people making is just coming out of the gate, if they've got 2 days and they just wanna see 20 houses one day and 20 houses the next. While I appreciate the enthusiasm and I love showing people houses, the mistake is that they don't check out these little small towns, because when you live here, you've got to figure out, hey, where am I going to shop? Where am I going to go to church? Where am I going to go to the doctor? Where am I going to do all kinds of things? You know, where am I going to base my life out of? And so when I have people that are coming in from out of town and they give me 2 days, I try to do as much upfront work with them as possible, talking to them about what their real estate choices are, so that we can narrow it down to probably 7 or 8 things to look at on one day. And then my advice is take a whole day and look at these small towns. It's Alexander City, but we call it Ellick City. Dadeville and Eclectic is down here, to figure out, hey, where do I want to base my life out of? Ellick City is the largest of these small towns. And it's, I don't know, you could look on Wikipedia. I think it's like population 15,000. So it's still a real small town. Now we just got a Publix, which my wife says is the harbinger of civilization. So she's super excited about that. But yeah, Ellick City has a Publix and all that, and it also has Russell Hospital System. It has, in my opinion, now I'm biased, I'm from Ellick City. Let me just say that, I'm biased. I think has the better health care of the three, because they've got Russell Hospital that has a lot of partnerships with the UAB. Now, that being said, Dadeville is a smaller town. You can see some of my older videos, very recent videos. They got a lot of stuff going on in their downtown. They got a lot of restaurants going on, so hooray Dadeville. My lake house is in the Dadeville area, and they are close to Auburn, so a lot of people that base their lives out of Dadeville will go and do major shopping in Auburn and medical stuff in Auburn. Now that being said, Dadeville also has Renfro's grocery store. We got Lake Martin grocery store. There's a lot of retail that is popping up and down in between 50 and 49 in Dadeville. So that is going on. Now, Eclectic can't say that they're a small, I guess they're still a small town by my standards, because I'm from a small town, but they don't have as much retail as Dadeville does, but it's still there. And it's about 30 minutes away from Montgomery as well. So some people might say, hey, I wanna base my life around Eclectic and shop and maybe do medical stuff there. So that's kind of the differences in the 3 small towns that surround Lake Martin. And just to give you an idea too, to drive all the way around Lake Martin, it's gonna take you a couple of hours. Trust me, I've done it a lot. So it's not like you can just kind of bebop over here and be somewhere. So like, for instance, if you're right here on the east side, to drive all the way around to the west side right there is gonna be about 1 hour and 15 minutes if you do it like that. So I think it's really important, if you're new to the lake, to look and spend at least half of your time on your first trip trying to figure out, go downtown to these little towns, scope it out and see what you think. I've got opinions, I'd like to hear yours, and I'd like to base my advice on what you would like to know. I'd like to help you out. If you think we're a good fit, just give me a call, or at the very least, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the easiest, no-cost way you can show me that what I'm doing here is giving you value. Thanks.